Hey yo, good morning, fam, and welcome back to another episode of Our Power with yours truly, Smooth Dre. All right. The way things work is that I will present with the topic and a brief description, and then you guys can jump into the comment section to express any views you may have, start conversations, or even pose questions while we work together to keep this thing going and answer questions as a team as we work on building this community. You know what I'm saying? So remember to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the share. All right? So before we get started, I just want to say good morning. Good morning to everyone. And once again, I appreciate you all for being here. All right. So let me see who's here with us. No one yet. What? Uh oh. Or am I doing something wrong? Okay. All right. Today, we're gonna do something a little different. Um, Today we're gonna call it Gratitude Friday. Okay, and that's where anybody and everybody can get on today and talk about what they're grateful for. Something that may have happened this week. You know what I mean? Just let us know what you're grateful for. If you have like something like a burning desire or issue you want to share, this is also the time to do it. Okay, so come on in and let's get it started. Let me say my good mornings. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Latasha. All right, today is Gratitude Friday. So y'all get on here and let me know what y'all grateful for today. All right. I'll start it off. You know what? I'm grateful for my health today. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that God keeps me healthy so I can continue on this journey. You know, and I know in my heart that's why He does it. You know, because I'm out here trying to do His will, and that's what He wants for the people who do that. He wants us healthy. He wants us to have joy. You know, He wants us to have a peace of mind. He wants us with that glow so we can attract others because He knows once the people who attracted get attracted, He knows we're gonna give Him all the credit. You know what I mean? I'm just happy. You know, I'm grateful that I'm a veteran. You know, because that gives me an opportunity to have the best of healthcare. You know, and I know that everybody can't say that. You know, so and that's why I get out here and I try to make a difference in other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? I really do. It's not like I'm on this high mountain or anything because there are things that other people have that I don't have, of course. But healthcare is very important, and if nothing else, you know, I know that God is gonna balance everything out, and in my mind, I'm grateful for the health care I got, and I can say I'm grateful for the health care that everybody has. Because when it boils down to it, you know, God is the true MD out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to the board, and I'm gonna see what you guys are grateful for this morning. All right, Paula says, I'm truly grateful for the activity of my limbs for His sake. I got you. That's right. To be able to move around. You know what I mean? To be able to fold my hands in the prayer position. You know, and ask for His forgiveness, for His grace. You know, I know exactly what you mean. To be able to just, because some people don't have limbs today. You know, they have other things, you know, but they don't have those limbs. And I get what Paul is saying. You know, I'm also grateful for that. You know, I can move around. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else somebody else has. Happy Veterans Day. Oh, thank you. And happy Veterans Day to all the veterans. Um, yeah, who sacrificed their lives, you know, their sanity. I mean, um, I'm not on no pity pot, so I'm gonna just say veterans in general do make a lot of sacrifices, so that everyone can enjoy the simple freedoms that they so often take for granted. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Paula. That's right. All right, Latasha says, I'm grateful for my life, my health, and my beautiful daughter. Wow, okay. I can dig it. All right. Her health, her life, and her beautiful daughter. All right. So, wow, that daughter, she must be something else. You know what I'm saying? She's grateful for her. A lot of children are very helpful to us. I'm grateful for my children too. My children are pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that in my mind today to say I was grateful for, but that's something you just woke me up on that, Latasha. I'm also grateful for that. You know what I mean? And I know your daughter must be something else. You know what I'm saying? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. All right. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, Greta. Good morning, Cecilia. All right. Today is Grateful Friday. All right, just send me something. Let me know what you're grateful for today. Or if you might have an issue that you want to put out here. I don't know how comfortable you might feel, but we're all here. We're building this community. We're a family. Put something out there. Maybe somebody else might have some experience with what you're going through, and we'll be able to share our experience, strength, and hope. That you may be able to get something from it so you can navigate through whatever situation you might be going through, any health issues, so just put it out there, if you feel comfortable. I know eventually, people will feel more comfortable, hopefully, but if you have any issues, share it with us and see what kind of feedback. Let's test this our power. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a platform for healing. So let's test those powers. Because anything that God is in, it's going to work out. All right? So let me look to the board. All right, Latasha has another one. Oh, well, let me go to Greta first since this is her first one. I'm grateful for my family and for my life. Indeed, family, life, first of all, to be alive and to be able to use your life as I've heard that you do, Greta, in serving God is very important. And to have a supportive family, I mean, that's the greatest feeling in the world. You know what I mean? So I know where you're coming from on that. All right, let me get to Cecilia, see what she's grateful for this morning. She says, I'm grateful for the way I was raised, my parents, and my sobriety. Happy Veterans Day to you and my father. May he rest in peace. Yes. All right. Happy Veterans Day to Dad, too. You know what I'm saying? To your father. Made the ultimate sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? But I can relate to that. You know what I mean? And I know a little bit about, a little bit about how Cece's parents were, from her sharing about them. And we had similar types of upbringing. So I can very much relate to that. I'm also grateful for that. We had the kind of parents that they we thought they were nags. We thought that they were low key. Well, I thought that I was low key abusive. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they stuffed stuff into our heads, and kept telling us these things, kept telling us these things. It didn't seem like it made any sense. It didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. But as I started to grow older and I would fall, it seemed like I wouldn't fall as far as I could have if that thing didn't pop up in my head and tell me, oh man, this is what my pops told me would happen if I went that far. So I would just, instead of grabbing the hot iron straight on, I would touch my finger on my tongue and then try to see if it was hot for real. And then jump back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful for those same things, CC. You know, that I had the parents that I have, and they instill these different things in me, and I may not have used them right then and there, but as time goes on, I continue even today to have these realizations of what they were talking about even way back then. All right, so let me see. Let me go to Latasha's second gratitude. Think. Okay, I did cover that already. All right, grateful for family. Happy Veterans Day. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my second gratitude. Let me see. Um, I'm grateful for the new friendships that I've made on this journey. Okay, on my recovery journey, on my service community service journey. You know, I'm grateful that my higher power has surrounded me with people who can add to my life in a positive way. They don't want anything from me, you know what I mean, but what is expected of me. You know, no nothing material, no using, you know, it's like no slick stuff. It's just pure service. I'm surrounded with people to where if I forget, you know, to have faith, they will remind me. If I forget to have hope, they will remind me. All I have to do is make a phone call, and I know that I'm surrounded by people that no matter what I need, I can call somebody, and my higher power will use them to elevate me to where I need to be. Spiritually, mentally, and as I mentioned earlier, the doctors are holding me together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surrounded. I feel covered. You know, as long as I stay prayed up and I continue to do what I've been doing, I have this feeling of being covered. You know, and being and just I don't know. Um, I don't know how to describe it any further, but I just feel good about that. And I thank you all, you know, for being my friend, being here for me, supporting this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Supporting me in whatever I do. You know, when I was out there doing, you know, living that other crazy life, you know, I didn't really have no support. They only supported me for what I could do for them at that time. You know, to use me for this. You know, and I was using other people too. It wasn't like everybody was using me. I was in that game too, caught up. So I'm just glad I'm not out there anymore, and I'm in here, and I'm around the people my mom wanted me to be around from in the first place. That's why she told me to not be around those people out there. But those are the people, the first people I wanted to go and check out. Everything my mom told me, I wanted to try the opposite. Independence. Anyway, let's go back. Let's see. So Celia agrees with that 100%. I know. Yes. All right, let me go back up to the top. I missed some comments yesterday. Um, I don't know if that just happens sometimes, but after the podcast was over, I saw a couple people come in and they said that they were there, but I couldn't see them, so maybe I gotta get Jamie to check it out later for me. But okay, Cecilia says I'm also grateful for the Lord covering in His blood while I was active in my addiction. If it wasn't for Him, I would be dead. Okay, right. Okay, I can also relate to that. It was by the grace that I know you were covered as I was, you know, because there were times where I wasn't even conscious. My eyes was open and I was doing things, but I was, living at that time in a blackout, and I just had no idea where I was, what I was doing, and when I snapped out of it, I was in a safe place, wherever that was, to where I wasn't harmed. I wasn't, thank God, I wasn't killed or I didn't pass away, and that's covered by His grace. I mentioned that the other day about being covered by His grace and Him giving me time for my will to align with His, and out of desperation, I put myself in a desperate situation. I had to come in and admit to a few things, and when I did that, He opened His arms and He put these people out here for me, and I think, well, I know that's what's going on with my friend Cece. Those people that she's out there with, God has touched them to motivate her, to separate her mind, body, and spirit from that addiction, and then and give her the tools to keep that going even after treatment. She's been open about where she is, so I'll speak on it. And I'm just so proud of her, and I encourage her to continue to do what she's doing because this thing does work. I'm living proof, at least. Um, as long as the time that I've been clean and sober, I can vouch for that it's possible for you. Anything beyond me, then I have faith that it can happen or that it will happen, rather. But I know that you can get at least 12 years and 7 months, but doing it one day at a time. So take your time, get everything you need to know every day so you will know exactly what to show the next person, you know, um, show the next person exactly what happened that day. That's how serious it is. Okay, so time that you accumulate is very important to stay the course, be patient, and look at it as a one day at a time thing and not try to get 10 years on the second day. So let's go to the board. All right, Paula. She says, I'm truly grateful for the activity. Oh, that was early. Okay, see. Let me see. Grateful for, okay, covered that. Family, grateful. Want to do this one day at a time. That's right, one day at a time. All right, so hopefully some more people join in and tell us how grateful they are and for what today. But in the meantime, I want to just let everyone know that this is the Hour Power with Smooth Dre. Um, we're here Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're trying to build this community one day at a time, one person at a time. So just remember to hit that subscribe button, like it, and share it. All right? All right, today is Grateful Friday. For anyone who's just joining us, shoot us something and let us know what you're grateful for. Or an issue you might be going through that you want to post to the floor. We might be able to answer it as a community, as a team. All right, so let me go to the board. You welcome, CC. From the heart, for real. Okay, let me go back up. Okay, let me see. Okay. Another thing that I'm grateful for uh, are the opportunities that I have. The opportunity to really do whatever I put my mind to. The opportunity, I have the opportunities, and then God has blessed me with the resources, with the support, anything that I have thought of on this path of recovery. Whenever I say on this path, it's on recovery and on this path of service to my higher power, which I choose to call God, because through my recovery is how I do my service work. That's where everything starts, because that's where I found my higher power, my personal one, the one that I understood, not my mom's, not my grandma, not old Deacon Rickett and all of those people, not from them trying to bang it into me. Pause. But I found my own higher power when I first started going to an anonymous group. Okay, and those people helped me to realize who my higher power was. So on this path um, of recovery and of service, I've had many opportunities, and I was able to revisit a lot of things that I tried to do under the influence back in the day, and instead I've had the opportunities now to do them without being under the influence. And as I mentioned before, which I never thought was even possible, you know. But I thank God for the opportunities, and I'm grateful, that I'm able to even, do these things today with the music, with the podcast, and I'm excited about the podcast and the future of it. We're putting together this theme song, this opening, this visual, so every time the show comes on, you'll be able to see something, and then I'll be like, come on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a show, because it is a show. But we're going to keep moving and keep creating until you, when you see it or when you hear it, you'll know that that's our power. With yours truly, Smooth Dre. Smooth Dre, our power. All right, that's enough. Stay tuned. All right, let me go back to the board. Okay. All right. Natasha says, hold on. Grateful that God got me out of some dark spots in my life. Also, yes. That's a common testimony. Because as we grow up, we have people that try to instill different things into us, and guide us a certain way, really guiding us toward him, toward God. But we stray. We curious beings. And kids and young adults seem to always want to test, the other side, see what it's like. And sometimes we get caught up. Most of the time we get caught up. And then we get taken through those dark spots. We wanted the excitement, but then at one point or another, we find ourselves just sitting there. My pride has painted me into a corner that my ego won't let me out of, because I can't go back and tell people that they were right. Okay, I need some help. I gotta do that out of desperation, or they gotta see it. I gotta be put in a position where there's no doubt. And then God is waiting for me right then too. The prodigal son. Every time. He never makes it hard for me once I seek him. And I might not even know what I'm talking about. I used to say, oh God, please help me, just to say it, because that's what everybody said. When I was in situations, oh God, help me. I'm never gonna do this again. And then when he does help me, I get out. I'm like, okay, God, I got the will. I got it from here. Come on, man. So a lot of dark spots. So I know what you're talking about, Latasha. And thank God, I'm glad he brought you out too. You know what I'm saying? So you could be here with us this morning. All right. Let's see. We're gonna move on. Greta says, "I'm so grateful for you, for God giving you the ability to speak to us and give us motivation." I gotta take a wet my whistle behind that one. I really appreciate that, and it is my pleasure. And I'm glad that's what you feel you get from me, or that's what you know you get from me. Then that just means that I am being what my higher power has put me here to be. You know, I am only a vessel. He works through me, and I try to deliver his name, and through his name comes motivation. Because once I say his name, it's excitable, it's inspirational, it's motivating, because that faith is unmatchable. You know what I mean? It's like once you have faith in him, then everything is possible. Prayer. Once I know that prayer works, once I continue to do it and I see the results and it builds faith, then it's easy to speak of him and to be myself. So if being myself is what inspires and motivates, then that's perfect, because this is what I do. I'll put it this way: it's like learning how to ride a bike, and then all of a sudden, I look back and my pop's not holding on no more, and it's just a natural part of my life. What you see is what you get, and people who know me personally, which is everybody on this feed, you know what I'm saying? You know that 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds into our conversation, you know what it's going to turn into. Because this is really who I am. It's not that I'm putting on this facade, and people really can see when I can see when another person is real. So I appreciate that, Greta. That humbles me, and I just want to continue to try to do His will, and continue with this podcast and continue, for us to touch other people, because this world is crazy right now, and a lot of people are getting away from the spirituality of life and from God, and trying to replace him and disgrace him and push him aside and let all this other stuff in. So we need a platform, where we continue to praise him, and that's what this is turning into. I'm going with the flow. I'm just so happy that I have so many people on here who are spiritual, who are believers, who are servants. I'm in heaven right now. So as a team, you inspire me as well, Greta. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad he's placed you in my life, and your son. So this is a journey that I'm just grateful that I'm on. So I appreciate that, and I'm glad that's what you're receiving from me. But know this: that's exactly what I'm receiving from you and you all as well. That's what I was talking about earlier, about how he surrounded me with people who inspire me. You guys inspire me to get up this morning, to get up early and come in here and do this. I look forward to it. I got a text earlier with someone saying they couldn't wait to hear what the topic was to get involved today. Man, that just put an extra pep into my step. So I mean, it's a wonderful thing, that I can get on here and sincerely talk about how God has been good to me and speak of his goodness, and then someone else says that they're inspired by that, because that's the whole point. Okay? So I appreciate that. All right, so now I'm going to go to the next one. Let's see. Cecilia says, so there is a lot women here who don't like the way they look now being sober. Weight gain is going to happen, but for me, I only gained 2 pounds. I do have an autoimmune disorder. Can you speak on eating healthy and exercise? I love the new me. See more. All right. First of all, in that process of recovering, when I got to treatment, okay, I was six. I'm about 6'2.5", 6'3", If you can like visualize this, I hope you can't really, but I was 140 pounds, okay, because I had replaced food and any kind of nutrition with alcohol. Okay, so for me to gain a little weight, when I got there, it was like that was like a big deal. I was looking forward to that. To get that weight back on me, to start feeling strong, to start feeling healthy. And then eventually my skin had a certain glow to it. After about 2 months. So I would I would suggest that if that the women who are there and they're trying to get treatment and recover, that that's what they should focus on. Okay? And I'm not a nutritionist, and I'm not one of those people who weight trainer or one of those guys who will work you out or whatever. But pause. But they, if they're concerned about that, then that should be something that they should think be concerned about later on. Put that weight on, get healthy, keep what you need, you know what I mean, and then work the rest off. But get with somebody who's a professional in that field. Okay, talk to one of the clinicians or one of the nurses or primary care nutritionists. But I think the priority thought should be getting away from the substance that will kill you, whether you're skinny or fat. Okay, so the vanity, I think that could be pushed to the side for now, and just concentrate on getting well, and then that stuff that could be worked out. Because I wasn't concerned about. Well, I was, but I wasn't. I know a lot of people who weren't concerned about how they looked when they were getting that next hit. Okay, I really wasn't because I thought I was just ignoring the fact that I was 140 pounds. So I'm lying. I did care. I just ignored it. I just didn't look in the mirror. So I can say that most people don't care about vanity when they're getting that next drink or next hit. So now you're in recovery. Why would you care about that now? Wait, get treatment and then work the rest out. God will work it out. Okay, so that's my suggestion. And what was the next one? Eating healthy. Yeah, see a nutritionist. All I can say is that I don't eat fried foods. A couple slices of bacon is the only pork I'll eat. That I've had in years, and maybe a little barbecue. But most of the stuff I eat is baked chicken, shake and bake, fish. So I mean, but that's up to you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a nutritionist. So check them out, and CC. As long as you looking good, you feel good about that. That's what counts. You know what I'm saying? But also keep that recovery first because everything is gonna fall into place. All right. Let's see. Okay, Cecilia. All right, she says, I'm grateful for our friendship. You have been a beacon of light in my journey in recovery. Thank you so much. There's a piece called Why We Are Chosen, okay, and it's online. And if you will go on there, and I'll send it to you later. But it's Why We Are Chosen, and it speaks of how the alcoholic, the so-called weakling of the world, was chosen to be the one that could really help another suffering with the same addiction. Not even doctors, not even you know learned, not even the best of learned of our fellows, best learned of our whatever. They went through a whole array of different people, not scientists, not clergy. No one else can help another alcoholic the way an alcoholic can. Okay, so and I've mentioned before, God is not blessing me so I can sit up here and say, hey man, I got this amount of time, look at me, and then walk away with it. God blessed me so that I could take my experience with this thing and simply pass it on and help another. And that's what I'm doing. It comes with a responsibility, that is tireless. I can't be too tired. I gotta have compassion. I gotta know that this is why he's doing it for me. Okay, so I appreciate, the compliment, but I'm merely doing what I'm supposed to do. I really care though. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't, and it's like a superficial feel. I really do, but you know, um, when you compliment me for that, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But I appreciate it. I know how you feel. Because I'm still there with my mentors. I still have mentors, still have a sponsor. And I understand. But that's exactly what he tells me when I'm like, yo, thanks, man, for being here. Man, look, I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to do. That's what we tend to do is like downplay it, because we're just being used by God to do something for another that was so freely given to us by God through others. And so that's just the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? But just keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And I'm here for you. You know that. The community that we are part of, we really can't mention it by name, but we can't mention it by name. But I'm here for you. We are all here for you. And we waiting for you to get better. And you know what I'm saying? And go to go to a different, you're going to be in a different area, but the group is the same. You just got to find a good one and stick to it. And your peoples at treatment can help you find that too. So you got everything you need right there at your disposal, okay? All right, moving on. All right, so true, yeah. Paula Fidel. She's grateful for Roy Spencer. Okay, give a shout out to Roy Spencer. All right, cool. That's from Paula Foster Fidel. All right, let me see. Well, how about this, Paula? I'm grateful for you. All right. I'm grateful for the day that we had yesterday, where I could be of some use out there in the community. I sat back, I chilled, I did my job, but I watched and I liked everything I saw, the reaction, people received us well, and you guys were amazing and connecting, and getting the word out there. Eventually I'll get my word out there, but my thing is a little different. It's a little harder to just approach people because, it's like they might feel uncomfortable. Even if I think I can look at a person and tell that they may be struggling with something, they will probably, I would have to do it on a more of a private, so as not to embarrass them or put them on the spot and make them feel uncomfortable, and just ease into things like that. And I got some people that I know that's, involved with what I'm involved with otherwise, but connected to what my program offers. And we're doing right now, we're working in the trenches and getting people that we may think may have an issue with it, but we're doing it on a low key level so that when that day comes, when the group is ready to be had by in at the YMCA, Addiction to Recovery, um, they will show up. But we're trying to keep it anonymous is good because that's something that we're not just gonna be like, okay, yeah, hey, I'm not in the beginning. First of all, we have to hear someone's story, and we have to be able to relate to it. Yeah, oh wow, I feel the same way. Man, I get up at 8 in the morning and have to drink. But I wouldn't say that to just anybody. But if somebody said that that's what they used to do and that they have, God has brought them through, then I'm going to open up and say, okay, that's what I'm going through now. How did God bring, how did and that's how that goes. So everything's going to work out. I'm real um, confident, about this 501c3 I'm a part of, this community, Concept 5. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just grateful that you contacted me, and you invited me, and you got me on, and I love my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I love that shirt. Okay, professional touch. Anything that comes to Paula's mind, boom, you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. So I'm grateful for you. All right, thanks for putting me on. All right, for real. Yeah, she says I saw how you do. Will be needed much. Yeah, out there. Hold on. We're grateful for you. Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah, it's everybody who need it might not want it, so I gotta be careful with that. But I have some experience on how to connect with people, like myself, because I am myself, and I've walked that same path. So thank you for being grateful for me, man. That's a great feeling to, for someone to have gratitude for me, and I love y'all for that. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? You all inspired me. You all are important piece to the puzzle in my life. You know what I'm saying? All right, Keisha, good morning. Good morning, Dre. I've been oversleeping ever since you spoke about getting rest. What's the topic this morning? Oh, man. All right, the topic this morning today is Gratitude Friday. Okay, so you can open up and let everybody know what you're most grateful for, right now, what happened, something you might have been grateful for that's happened this week, or something that you might be going through. It seems like you're going through that oversleeping and you blaming my show for it. And that same morning when I was talking about getting the proper amount of rest, I was so sleepy I didn't know what to do. But man, that's life. You know what I'm saying? We have other responsibilities, other things that draw us here, draw us there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that you're able to come on when you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm very appreciative of that. So just shoot us something. Let us know what you're grateful for, and or something that's going on, and maybe we could answer it. As a community, and that's what it's all about today. It's all about you guys. All right. I'll jump in every now and then when I hear a little silence or whatever. But so far so good. So come on, jump on in, Keisha. We waiting on you. God will guide me. Thank you, Paula. You know that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That reiterates that same thought. Same thought that I have. And that's what I try to wait on, the rhythm of the Lord. Because it comes, and I know it, and I can't deny it when I see it. I feel it. Can't deny it. So that's how I navigate this life. And if I don't see it, I sit back and chill like this. 'Cause I know something's gonna come. Alright, so that's right. Alright, let me go all the way back up. Yesterday my sister came on. I didn't see her comments. For my life, make sure I didn't miss any. 2, 4, okay, okay. All right, Cecilia, you have a good day. You probably had to go to your group and breakfast and all of that, but just keep doing what you're doing, and finish that program. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of you. All right. I'll holler at you later. Let's see. Okay, hey, we got somebody out of the country. Suni Kumar Seth. She says, oh, I think this is she. I can't really tell. It's a small circle. They say, have a great day. Welcome to you. Yeah, well, thank you so much. You have a great day as well, and welcome to you too. Okay? And thank you for joining in. I'm going to learn how to relate um, to people who are out of the country in different places because I'm going to pick up on how they speak and God is gonna allow me to understand. You'll see. Yep. And when I don't, you guys look at it and you help me out. All right, here we go, Keith. So I'm grateful that my dad was able to travel to Indiana from Mississippi this weekend. My father had heart surgery and stroke last month. It's a miracle that he's here, walking, healthy, and talking. My God, praise God. Oh, talking my head off. Oh yeah, okay, back to normal, huh? That's good. All right, and yo, it is good to have that miracle happen in that way. God presents many miracles throughout the day, and but that one right there, I know that was a big one for you, and I'm so glad that that happened for you. I can only imagine how important your dad is for you, and I could tell that he has been in your life, you know what I'm saying, by how you are. That's a blessing. So I'm so glad that he pulled through all of that. That's definitely a testimony, and I'm sure he's grateful that you're there by his side as usual. You know what I mean? So just I say thank God he's talking your head off. You know what I'm saying? Thank God he's talking your head off. You know what I mean? I got the same issues. I got older parents or whatever, and hey man, it's a blessing that they are the same people that they were through everything that they've been through. Through the life and death scares and whatever. I talked to my pops a couple of weeks ago, and man, this dude, he's like, I think he is like 80, and he was sharp. I don't talk to him, as much as my mom. My mom is here with me, and he's in North Carolina. And when I talked to him, I was just impressed on how sharp his mind was. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, this dude he don't need nothing right now. All he needs is somebody to come and check on him every now and then. He got something going on in North Carolina, so he chooses to be there, whatever, whatever. That's on them. But he's still my pops, and I check on him, and he's just sharp. You know what I'm saying? And I was so happy for that. My mom's is my mom still. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But I know I'm so happy for you, Jaquita. Okay, Jaquita. Yeah, man. So that's a blessing. All right, let's see, Latasha. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Okay. All right, you too. Enjoy your day, and yeah, I shall speak with you a little later. Yeah, some business. You know what I'm saying? So moving right along. Okay, Keisha, I bet your dad is smooth too. Is he? Oh man, you're right again. Yo, so that's cool that he still keeps that. You know what I'm saying? And I can see it, and I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, you're right. And thank you for that low key compliment. I caught it. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah. All right, let me go up to the top. Let me see. I'm looking for my sister because yesterday she came on and she was like, I came on later, but I put some comments up there. Seems like I'll be missing like a couple of comments every day when I look at the time. and and I can see that they chimed in at a certain time, but I can't see them. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to tell Jamie about it, have him check it out for me and see what's going on. See if there is an issue. All right, so I'm gonna keep it going. We got some time left. I am grateful for um. Let's see. Hmm. Music, right? I'm grateful for music. All right. I'm grateful that I can produce music. I can write lyrics. I can pick out beats. I can hire the right people, right, to arrange my recording and my music and the add-ons and the whole process. Because that's how I express myself. It's another way of expressing myself. Okay, and if anybody knows or hears my music is all over the place, and I pride myself in having something for everybody. A couple people might like these two songs or these three songs the best, and then you ask another person, they have two or three totally different songs with Ride or Die, and maybe a few of them would be a part of a few people's playlists. But I'm just grateful that I'm able to do that, and I'm able to do that sober, okay? Because now that I look back, I was thinking that I wasn't able to do it sober, and I was more creative under the influence. And no, I might have been more bold, I might have been more cocky, but today I'm more exact, right? And I'm more let's see, not cocky but confident in how I write. Um, I write in a determined manner. I write with a purpose, right? And I stay on course throughout the whole song, and it doesn't take me long to write a track. And you know what? That is my higher power showing me that putting the alcohol down and finally coming to him was the best move that I could have ever made. Because that's what he does. He's showing me that through him making it easier for me, and making it obvious that it's easier for me to do it that way today than it was when I was under the influence. Whenever he has an opportunity to show up and show me and teach me, he doesn't disappoint. That's what he does. So that's why I'm careful for what I ask him for. Okay? Because it's like boom, bam, boom, bam. That's it. He's right there. So that's why I tell people, if they call or they have issues or whatever, or if I have an issue, I have to remember that prayer changes things, and that when I pray and when I ask my high power to remove a feeling, or to bring down my anxiety, whatever I ask him for, first of all, I have to make sure it's a selfless prayer. I'm not asking for material things. I'm always asking for something for myself that would in turn help another. Like I pray that he continues to give me good health so that I will be able to do the things that I do. I don't pray for things that I have. I didn't pray for those things. And you know what? When I used to pray for them as a kid, immaturely, I never got them. But now I don't think about it, things come. I got my eye on him, things come. And I don't even think it's like a big deal, So, because it's a whole different mindset. But that music, Wow, that helps me to express myself, and I love it when other people enjoy it. Cause when I write stuff, I'm like, man, I know I can't be the only one that's gonna like this. You know what I'm saying? I hope. And if I kept getting that kind of feedback, then I would probably have stopped. But so far, so good. But music, I'm so grateful for you. You help with my anxiety. You help me out in so many different ways. You help me to get messages out, and you help me to spread fun and joy and love and show my creativity, that I could only have through the grace of my higher power, making my parents who they were, and them having me because they're this and that, they're smooth and they're, into music, or and it's just amazing how things come together through my music, and I have a real love for it. Yeah. All right. Let me go. Greta says you're so focused. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to. I pray for that. I pray for being focused. You know what I'm saying? Have a great, safe, and blessed day. Thank you. You too. Thank you so much for continuing to support. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so I pray to stay focused and to stay on course. Those are the things I pray for. And yesterday I was talking about praying for other people to have the same things as I do. There's a prayer in a book, and it talks about, it says, if you have a resentment against someone else, you fall on your knees and you pray for the same help that you have for them. You pray for the same things that you have for them. You pray for everything that you have for yourself, you wish them to have. And if you do it for 13, 14 days, the resentment will leave. Okay? I don't know. I think 13 or 14 days is given, a lot of time. But I believe in the power of prayer, and I'm not disputing what it says in the book. That's a good ledger, you know what I mean, to follow. But I believe that if I pray those things, it probably will happen in a shorter period of time. If I pray for God to just take the resentment from me, because it's easy in this world. People are not going to do everything that the way that I want them to do. Some people will slight me. Some people will just be mean and all these different things, and you can't control them, you know. But I just try to stay away from that kind of energy. And if they do something to offend me, and they're not apologetic about it, whatever, I just chalk it up to them being who they are, and me not trying to change them or not being able to change them. And I just pray, that I don't have a resentment. I don't hold any grudges and doing anything like that, because as my higher power does me, my own will gets me into trouble, and people's own will get them into trouble with me or with you. But it's important that if it does, when they repent or when they humble themselves and they come back and they sincerely want to apologize and make it better, that I don't, stand here and not receive them. Okay, because if I'm trying to act in the likeness of my higher power, which I choose to call God, um, that's the way I would do it, and that's the way I try. I don't ever make it hard for another person to come back. If they come back with the same attitude, trying to cause the same problems, I remove myself. But if they're ever ready and they come back, I receive them wholeheartedly, like my higher power does me, the prodigal son. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm going to take this last 30 seconds to say thank you all. I love you all. Thanks for coming on this morning. And I'll see you Monday morning at 6 a.m. at Our Power with yours truly, Smooth Dre. Remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and share it. And have a beautiful day. One.